You know what? Let me give you my statistical analysis. There's a 100% chance that you're gonna be somebody's 10 years of this. You know what that is? That's a big black man on your That's like a rabbit. Oh, I like his hair. He's breathing on you. That's disgusting. You deserve everything you're getting.
They're sitting there like, yeah. It's a billionaire brunch.
Oh,
Like,
I hate you, man.
unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm gonna be with you niggas this year.
JayZ is setting Diddy up.
Did Jay reach out yet? Nah, Bob. He ghosting.
Why is everyone having such a hard time?
Drama.
He ain't doing different. He lined up D Haven, stole his life and identity.
It's been out there for a while.
He lined up Big L.
It's like this, like
50 Cent straight up like calling him Epstein.
black excellence. They're sitting there like, yeah. It's a billionaire brunch.
Oh,
Like,
I hate you, man.
unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm gonna be with you niggas this year.
The internet hit DEFCON 1 the moment JayZ's name was allegedly linked to newly resurfaced Epstein-related documents, and before anyone could even process what was real. 50 Cent jumped in and lit the match. Within minutes, his reaction sent social media into a full-blown meltdown, with fans, critics, and conspiracy corners all colliding at once. Some are calling it a reckless reach. Others swear this is the crack that finally exposes Hollywood's most protected circle. And then there's 50 half-trolling, half-truth-bombing, daring everyone to look closer, while reminding us he's never been scared to poke the industry's biggest names. But here's where things get messy. No charges, no confirmations, just documents, whispers, and reactions moving faster than facts. So why does this moment feel different? Why are people paying closer attention this time? And is 50 Cent exposing something? Or just exposing how fragile celebrity power really is? The internet exploded overnight when JayZ's name allegedly appeared in newly unsealed Epstein-related files. Not in court, not in charges, not in accusations. Just alleged mentions in documents that immediately set social media on fire. Screenshots circulated within minutes. Highlighted text and hashtags spread like wildfire, and fans, haters, and keyboard detectives scrambled to digest the news. Every feed seemed consumed by the same question. What does this mean? Before anyone could even process it, 50 Cent stepped into the chaos. And true to form, he didn't hesitate. He didn't post a careful statement, a disclaimer, or a legal warning. He dropped a few words, a wink of provocation, and the entire internet erupted. Memes, hot takes, reaction videos, it all came alive instantly. People couldn't stop sharing, tagging, commenting, and debating. Social media felt like it was collapsing under the weight of the speculation. And 50 Cent was the spark that lit the wildfire. To be clear, there are no criminal charges against JayZ in connection to Epstein. Zero, none. Court filings, nothing. Verified accusations, none whatsoever. But this is the post-Epstein world, and context matters less than proximity. Epstein's name alone carries enough gravity to make even a whisper of a connection explode into a full-blown narrative. Add JayZ, one of the most recognizable figures in music, business, and culture, and the internet's reaction was inevitable. 50 Cent's involvement changed everything. His post didn't clarify, explain, or contextualize. It ignited speculation. With a few short lines, he challenged the public. Look closer, pay attention, and don't act like you weren't warned. And like clockwork, the reaction was immediate. Fans defended JayZ. Critics pounced. Conspiracy theorists flourished, and meme accounts thrived. Every timeline became a battlefield. Every user a commentator. Everyone wanted to weigh in. And 50 Cent, as always, sat back just enough to let the chaos do the work. The timing couldn't have been more dramatic. Epstein's name had already been trending due to previous document releases and resurfaced testimonies. The public's attention was primed for a story like this. When JayZ's name appeared, it didn't just attract attention, it consumed it. Social media feeds were flooded with speculation, rumors, and analysis, ranging from carefully worded disclaimers to wild theories about secret parties, elite networks, and backroom dealings. Nothing was left untouched. While the world debated, JayZ stayed silent. And in today's hyper-digital culture, silence often speaks louder than words. Fans immediately jumped to his defense, reminding the public that alleged mentions are not proof of guilt. Critics, on the other hand, interpreted the silence as a cue for further investigation. Or worse, a tacit acknowledgement. Meme accounts and conspiracy theorists went wild. Screenshots, threads, and videos appeared at a relentless pace. Every new post seemed to add fuel to the fire, and the story snowballed fast. 50 Cent, meanwhile, kept the tension alive without ever fully revealing his hand. Short posts, cryptic comments, subtle hints, enough to make the internet speculate endlessly. One post read like a casual warning, another like a wink to insiders. The ambiguity was deliberate, and the result was a frenzy of comments, shares, and reactions. People couldn't decide if he knew more than he was saying, or if he was simply enjoying the chaos he had created. Either way, the impact was immediate and massive. This is why this story feels different from other celebrity rumors. JayZ isn't just famous. He's a cultural titan, a billionaire entrepreneur, and someone whose influence spans music, business, and social activism. Epstein's shadow brings a darkness that magnifies every mention. Add 50 Cent, unpredictable, provocative, and a master of social media timing. And this is no ordinary story. It's a viral cultural moment, a real-time spectacle, a headline generator that feeds on attention, outrage, and curiosity. Social media's reaction was electric. Twitter threads stretched for hundreds of comments. Instagram accounts flooded feeds with screenshots and highlights. Some users defended JayZ vigorously, reminding everyone that allegations are not convictions. Others speculated, creating threads that connected dots, sometimes real, sometimes imagined. Every post was amplified, shared, and dissected. The story didn't just spread. It evolved in real time, fueled by curiosity and outrage. Legal experts and analysts weighed in cautiously. They emphasized that alleged mentions and documents do not constitute criminal evidence. Celebrity lawyers reminded the public that alleged is not equivalent to guilty. But nuance is often lost in online firestorms. Perception becomes reality. And the perception in this case is one of intrigue, scandal, and high-stakes secrecy. At the center of it all is 50 Cent, whether intentionally or not. He controls part of the narrative. His reach ensures that everyone, fans, influencers, journalists, is paying attention. And the energy around this moment is more than curiosity. It's suspense. It's drama. It's the tension that keeps speculation alive for days, weeks, or even months. The story is far from over. Documents continue to surface. Social media will keep speculating. Celebrities, journalists, and insiders will continue commenting. JayZ's silence will remain a major talking point. Will he respond? Will he let this fade? Will 50 Cent post another cryptic comment that takes this story to the next level? Nobody knows. This isn't just a story about alleged mentions in documents. It's about power, influence, perception, and the speed of digital culture. For JayZ, it's about controlling his narrative under public scrutiny. For 50 Cent, it's about demonstrating how one comment, one post, one reaction can shake the internet. For the public, it's a live demonstration of how rumors, social media, and celebrity culture collide in real time. Every reaction, post, and meme adds another layer. This story is alive, constantly evolving, and no one, fans, critics, or insiders, can predict where it will go next. And make no mistake, everyone is watching. Every second, new reactions emerge. Every rumor spawns another rumor. Every meme fuels further speculation. Social media has become both a magnifier and a storyteller, transforming fragments of documents into a global conversation that shows no signs of slowing. The implications are massive, the attention unprecedented, and the drama far from over. JayZ's alleged mention in Epstein files isn't just news. It's a moment in digital culture where fame, scandal, and social media collide to create a story that feels as if it's happening in real time for everyone, everywhere, all at once. The moment 50 Cent dropped his post about JayZ being allegedly named in Epstein-related documents, the internet went into overdrive, and it didn't take long for social media to turn into a full-blown battlefield. Twitter timelines became streams of chaos. Instagram stories exploded with reactions, and TikTok videos dissected every angle of the situation. Within minutes, the story wasn't just about documents anymore. It was about how people reacted to them. Fans of JayZ flooded comment sections with messages defending the rapper, emphasizing the difference between an alleged mention and a criminal accusation. "This isn't evidence," one user tweeted. "Stop trying to ruin a legend based on papers you haven't read." Others pleaded for context, urging people to wait for verified facts before jumping to conclusions. But on social media, reason is often drowned out by volume. And in this case, the volume was deafening. Critics, on the other hand, took a different approach. They argued that any connection to Epstein, however small, deserves scrutiny. Articles and opinion pieces began appearing almost immediately. With headlines designed to grab attention, JayZ's name surfaces in Epstein files. What it could mean. 50 Cent sparks debate over alleged mentions. Is silence admission? Each post added fuel to the fire, ensuring that speculation would not die down anytime soon. And then there were the conspiracy theorists, a group that thrives on ambiguity and thrives in chaos. They dissected timelines, connections, and past associations, spinning threads that connected celebrities, executives, and Epstein's network in ways that were both imaginative and alarming. Whether accurate or not, these threads were shared hundreds of thousands of times, making the story feel bigger than it already was. Some called it digital sleuthing. Others called it a circus. Either way, it was impossible to ignore. Memes, of course, were instantaneous. Every possible joke, exaggeration, or hyperbolic scenario was turned into shareable content. Some users depicted JayZ in mysterious suits sneaking through secret rooms. Others staged comical 50 Cent reactions as if he were the puppet master of all online speculation. Social media thrives on this type of content because it's digestible, it's shareable, and it keeps the story alive long after traditional news cycles have moved on. Industry insiders also started chiming in, carefully and cautiously. Some analysts pointed out that JayZ's brand and influence mean that any mention in documents like these automatically becomes headline news. Others speculated on why 50 Cent chose to post at that specific moment. Was it a strategic distraction, a playful jab, or a subtle insight? Even without concrete answers, their commentary fueled public interest, giving people more angles to discuss and debate. The drama escalated as the hours passed. Hashtags trended across multiple platforms. Users created polls asking if JayZ would respond. Influencers ran live streams dissecting every detail. Podcasts and YouTube channels uploaded breakdowns, analyzing 50 Cent's tone, the possible interpretations, and what this could mean for JayZ's image. Each new piece of content reignited the conversation, ensuring the story remained omnipresent across the digital landscape. Meanwhile, 50 Cent continued to stoke the fire with subtle, cryptic posts. A casual emoji here, a provocative line there, nothing explicit, but enough to keep the audience guessing. People were left wondering, does he have inside knowledge, or is he simply enjoying watching the internet implode? His mastery of timing and tone created suspense, ensuring that every new reaction, retweet, or comment would feed into the growing frenzy. Celebrities and public figures began weighing in cautiously as well. Some fans speculated whether others connected to JayZ's circle would break their silence. Every minor comment from an artist, producer, or executive was dissected and interpreted as confirmation, denial, or a subtle signal. The story became a social experiment, showing how quickly information, verified or not, spreads when it intersects with fame, power, and social media dynamics. Amid all this, Traditional media outlets scrambled to keep up. News sites published articles attempting to summarize the situation, often focusing more on 50 Cent's reaction than on the alleged documents themselves. Headlines leaned into the drama, with phrases like "social media erupts after JayZ," Epstein mention, and 50 Cent's cryptic post sends fans into frenzy. In this environment, fact-checking struggled to compete with speed, and speculation dominated the conversation. The frenzy highlighted one undeniable truth. In today's culture, a single social media post can overshadow months of journalism, legal filings, and context. 50 Cent's reaction wasn't just a tweet. It became a cultural event. Fans and critics alike were glued to their screens, refreshing feeds, watching reactions, and speculating on the next move. Every like, share, and comment magnified the narrative, making it feel as if the story were happening live, in real time, for millions of people simultaneously. By the end of the first 24 hours, the story had evolved far beyond JayZ and 50 Cent. It became a case study in digital culture, how celebrity influence, social media, and public curiosity converged to create global moments overnight. It was a reminder that rumors, even unverified ones, can ripple across platforms, shaping perceptions, narratives, and sometimes reputations in ways that were previously unimaginable. The public is now waiting for two things: a statement from JayZ and the next move from 50 Cent. Will JayZ break his silence? Will 50 Cent escalate further? Every second counts, and every new post has the potential to send the internet into another frenzy. This story isn't slowing down. It's evolving, alive, and impossible to ignore. By now, the story had reached a fever pitch. JayZ's alleged mention in Epstein-related documents, paired with 50 Cent's explosive reaction, had become more than just news. It was a cultural moment. Social media feeds were overflowing with hot takes, memes, and debates. Podcasts dissected every angle. TikTok creators turned every snippet of information into viral content. The story had taken on a life of its own, and no one could ignore it. Even without a response from JayZ, the speculation continued to grow. Fans debated his next move. Would he address the allegations directly? Would he release a statement through a spokesperson, or let silence do the talking? In today's climate, silence isn't neutral. It's interpreted, analyzed, and sometimes weaponized. Every pause, every missing comment became another layer for people to dissect. Meanwhile, 50 Cent remained in his element. His cryptic posts, subtle hints, and perfectly timed commentary ensured the internet stayed hooked. Some viewers swore he was dropping insider knowledge. Others laughed, convinced he was simply enjoying the chaos. Either way, his involvement guaranteed that the story wouldn't fade anytime soon. He had become both narrator and participant, guiding the frenzy while letting the public fill in the gaps with speculation. The frenzy wasn't limited to social media. Traditional news outlets scrambled to cover the story, with headlines emphasizing drama over detail. 50 Cent sparked social media frenzy over JayZ Epstein mention. Fans and critics clash after alleged documents surface. JayZ silent as internet explodes. Even conservative media voices weighed in, analyzing implications, connections, and what this could mean for celebrity culture. Across platforms, the story dominated discussions, trending worldwide. Industry insiders quietly noted the ripple effect. Even unverified mentions like these can impact public perception. Brands, collaborators, and partners watch the narrative closely. JayZ's legacy, influence, and empire are enormous. But the way this story spreads demonstrates the power of social media to amplify fragments of information into headline-dominating events. Every post, like, and retweet adds fuel to a fire that's impossible to control. For the public, the story became an interactive spectacle. Users weren't just reading news. They were part of it. Meme culture, debates, and viral speculation created a feedback loop, each reaction generating more attention, driving engagement, and keeping the narrative alive. The digital world had turned a few alleged mentions into a global discussion, complete with its own momentum and rules. And yet, despite all the chaos, one truth remained. There is no verified evidence of wrongdoing. The documents themselves do not constitute proof of criminal activity, but in the court of public opinion, nuance rarely survives. Perception, speculation, and social media amplification shape narratives faster than facts can catch up. As the hours turned into days, analysts predicted this story would continue to dominate headlines. At least until one of two things happened. JayZ addressed it publicly, or the documents were fully vetted and clarified. Until then, the public remained caught in a whirlwind of speculation, entertainment, and tension. In the end, the saga revealed more about our culture than it did about any individual. It showcased how quickly information, verified or not, can spiral into global discussion. How social media personalities like 50 Cent can shape narratives, and how celebrity, rumor, and digital culture intersect to create moments that feel bigger than life. The story wasn't just about JayZ or 50 Cent. It was about the power of influence, the fragility of reputation, and the unstoppable force of social media. And even as the dust settles, one thing is clear. The internet isn't done watching, commenting, or speculating. This story is far from over. It's alive, evolving, and impossible to ignore. And everyone, from fans to insiders, is along for the ride. The JayZ and 50 Cent saga isn't over, and the internet knows it. Fans, critics, and conspiracy theorists are still dissecting every move, every post, every cryptic comment, and the story continues to grow by the hour. Will JayZ finally break his silence? Will 50 Cent drop another post that shakes social media to its core? Every second brings new speculation, new theories, and new angles to consider. Don't sit on the sidelines. This is a digital moment that's unfolding live. Join the conversation, watch the reactions, and see how one name, one post, and one viral frenzy can capture the attention of millions worldwide. Share your thoughts, weigh in on the theories, and stay ahead of the news cycle. Follow every twist, every update, and every social media explosion as the drama continues. The story is alive, evolving, and you don't want to miss a single moment. JayZ, 50 Cent, Epstein files, social media chaos. This is where celebrity, scandal, and culture collide, and you get a front row seat. Click, comment, share, and make sure you're part of the discussion before the next bombshell drops.